This video is brought to you by Miniature Market. Thousands of board games, discounted prices, miniaturemarket.com.
Hello my friends, it's the Game Boy Geek here. Last week I reviewed Dungeon Scroll, which essentially is a word game where you're playing cards down to create words, but each round there's a different challenge. You're trying to beat a monster and they have different challenges like you gotta make 2 words this round, or you gotta make a word that's over 6 letters, or you can't use these words, or you gotta discard some letters first. Some different challenges, interesting, check that one out. The next one is Loot and Run. This is a press your luck game with a little bit of a bluffing element involved, where you're trying to press your luck and getting more treasures, but at the same time you're trying to see who has so many treasures face down that you think they might have a monster there, and you call people out, try to steal their scores or mess them over. The King is Dead is a very interesting strategy game where you're trying to get influence over the faction that has the most influence on a map. It's a very weird, mind-numbing, easy, simple game, but very different. Check that review out. The next one is Counsel of 4. This is a Euro strategy type game. Very streamlined and easy mechanisms, but very interesting scoring with some combo abilities, and you're influencing council members to play cards to build buildings, and it's a really interesting game there. Now I reviewed Happy Salmon, which is probably the zaniest, craziest, quick 2-minute party game I've ever played. You're running around the table, slapping high fives, doing knuckles, and in my review we did a live playthrough, both the loud version and the silent version. You're gonna laugh your butt off. Go ahead and watch that. And finally, the best of the week for me is Tama. This is the latest from the Dice Tower Essentials line. It is a quick 10-minute abstract strategy game for 2 players. Very elegant, amazing components and production value here too. Go check that review out to see what I think about that. I also did my first live Q&A to all the Kickstarter backers out there. That was one of the stretch goals we made. So last Monday we did the live Q&A. It's on there, you can watch that. Also, don't forget, all of my reviews go up on a podcast that you can download, listen to the intros and outro, the final thoughts of all my reviews. And the live Q&A is on there too. It's about 45 minutes long, but you can get just the download audio there on the podcast. Go to GameBoyGeek.com and click on podcast. You can look at it on iTunes and things like that. Also, I did the gamer tested spouse approved. Denise and I looked at Karuba, one of my favorite games. It was my game of the month a few months ago. And now Denise says why she likes it. I'll see you all next week.
This video was sponsored by Miniature Market's Review Corner. The Review Corner features podcasts, video, and written game reviews by gamers for gamers. Miniature Market, the online gaming superstore. Thousands of board games, discounted prices. Check them out at miniaturemarket.com. I'd like to thank each and every one of you for backing me on Kickstarter, making this season become a reality. I'd like to especially thank those here that have backed me at the credit level. Now, these video reviews are also available by audio on our podcast. It's the intros and the final thoughts on GameBoyGeek.com. Click podcast.